I want you to keep the fight clean at all times. I want you to protect yourself at all times. And what I say, you must obey. Touch him up. Good luck.
De La Hoya's cup protector is too high above his waistband. Mayweather with a right hand across the top. First significant landed blow of the fight. A pure boxer to do. Right hand across the top for De La Hoya excites the crowd. And immediately De La Hoya begins hammering away with left hooks to the body. Mayweather blocked all of those with his arm. Mayweather's ribcage. Oscar has never been in his first fight against Jose Luis Castillo.
Counter it, but he can't. So he's trying to get Floyd to the center, to the rope.
Quicker, beating him to the punch. Oscar trying to figure out.
Oscar playing for this. Oscar playing to just walk in and be physical. Oscar.
But he isn't.
And the number of punches
the
landed.
First jab that Oscar really threw snapped his head back.
Good left hook inside by De La Hoya. Now he lands a jab again across the top.
That Mayweather's left eye, which will neutralize Mayweather counterpunching. He'll do very well.
Good right hand across the top from De La Hoya. Landing both a left hook inside and a right hand across the top against Floyd Mayweather. There's another straight right hand landing for De La Hoya. And a jab and a right hand again. And the crowd goes nuts as De La Hoya begins to take over.
They didn't land effective.
He's landing punches while Floyd isn't
well,
throwing.
He's winning this round.
Straight right hand by Mayweather. De La Hoya flurries before Floyd moves away. Now Mayweather goes to his own jab. Bigger focus on the body tonight than in previous fights. Oscar reaching, having trouble finding Mayweather. There'll be a lot of that.
And Oscar's doing a very good job of neutralizing Mayweather's left hook. No right hand.
Oscar tried to lead with a right hand over the top. Feelings that it was even taking place. You saw the CompuBox numbers, which slightly favored De La Hoya in the second round. Mayweather blocking the shots with his right arm. Now the left hook lands upstairs. And he lands a right cross across the top. And for the first time in the fight, Mayweather looks genuinely on the defensive.
Not trying to think too much, because if he thinks, he's not going to beat Floyd thinking. But he's very effective. More effective and stop thinking too much, because when he thinks too much, he's playing right into Mayweather's hand. When he lets the punches go, he does very well.
Yep, it would appear that what De La Hoya needs to do is to attack and straight right hand lead for Mayweather. This is vintage Mayweather. This is why De La Hoya needs to find a way to plant him against the ropes.
Whether he has a clear target or not, and when he finishes up with the punches, move forward anyway.
What he really wants is to go hand to hand.
Good solid left hook. When Zab Judah was able to threaten Floyd, Harold, how'd you score the first three?
Okay, Jim, 2 rounds to 1, 29, 28, Floyd Mayweather Jr. In rounds 1 and 3, Jim, I just thought 29, 28, 2-1 Floyd.
It's always been a concern that I always had with him. And in this case here, also, he's fighting flat-footed. When Oscar gets on his toes, he punches better.
He worked in training camp on being more relaxed and less intense, but in the ring tonight, it's the same intensity we've always seen.
Yeah, just see that in his body movement.
Competitive.
Balled fist, and that has helped the tire.
There are the body shots, and there is a sustained attack to the body like nothing you've seen in De La Hoya's career. And he seems concertedly aware of it in that moment. And because he throws the body shots, he pins Mayweather against the ropes to try a couple of shots upstairs. Oscar De La Hoya threw about 12 body shots in a row.
Yeah, but I think it was an effect. I see Floyd is placing precision.
He's going to get tired. He's going to get tired. You'll get him later in the fight.
Good quick left hook inside by Mayweather and a big right hand upstairs by Floyd. Power punches through 4. De La Hoya 29 out of 108. Mayweather precise and accurate. 33 out of 58. Fighting this way does appear to be tiring from round to round.
I feel
12 rounds. And again, De La Hoya tries to set something up with the body and then go upstairs.
But right now, the fight is happening, and it's a very close fight. We don't really know yet.
One thing I would say is that Oscar De La Hoya should throw his jab more. To throw the jab because of the quick right-hand counters of Floyd Mayweather. He's so quick and slinky with his right hand. Every time De La Hoya gets Mayweather near the ropes, you can feel the urgency as Oscar tries to suddenly take advantage of the opportunity. The outside of De La Hoya's right eye. Probably from a Mayweather left hook. Across the top from Floyd Mayweather. He uses that punch increasingly down the stretch of those fights in which he's comfortable and confident. De La Hoya briefly landed a right cross across the top.
I like that Mayweather is standing right in with De La Hoya here. This is toe-to-toe and is willing to take the risk of getting hit.
On the defensive as soon as they're in the middle of the ring. And Mayweather is trying to knock Oscar out with a right hand. It would be very satisfying for Mayweather after all the talk about the possibility that De La Hoya, the bigger man, might knock him out. This is round 6 of a scheduled 12.
Speedier is Mayweather.
To try to stop speed with the jab, as Vernon Forrest did to Shane Mosley, that's not working as well. So once again,
like Mayweather,
landing a single significant left hook in the fight. Take away his money punch upstairs. Good job of defense here. Not normally the way he punches. Changing upstairs. Quick right. His best round since early in the fight. Now, De La Hoya short with the right hand, but gets in a left. Suddenly the round begins to even up.
Himself, he's the guy that's been catching Mayweather's punches right.
And again, they're near the ropes. And again, De La Hoya gets to make the last little statement of round 6.
These face-to-face stand-downs like they are now. Floyd Mayweather throws the first punch. He gets off first. He pops Oscar De La Hoya with a left or a right, and Oscar takes it back up. But basically, it's been Mayweather getting off first, landing more clean shots.
And just to show you that Oscar heard Freddie Roach.
And he's putting every effort, doing everything properly. And if he can hold up stamina-wise, he's got a good chance of winning it going down the stretch.
Might win the fight. I mean, it started to say Mayweather the chance to measure and hook a right hand. When he is throwing the jab, Mayweather backs up.
Have the jab, but really, jab has always been Oscar. He has been not that authoritative jab.
Question is, will we get the drama we were hoping for in the second half of it? Some theatrics.
Good body shot by Mayweather. And he comes back to the body and hammers De La Hoya again. Big left hook upstairs by Mayweather. Now De La Hoya feels the need to rally and goes back to throwing the jab. He fights in staccato bursts. He likes it that way.
Still working. He's still throwing punches.
And did 11. He's got to keep being active with the jab to seat near De La Hoya's corner and scream. De La Hoya's business partners in Golden Boy, along with Shane Mosley, who sparred with him. Another De La Hoya flurry, and the crowd rises again. Once again, Oscar being more active, setting up the assault with the jab. Defensive, Mayweather countering back accurately. But when he uses it, he puts Mayweather on the defensive. He's got to keep doing that. They stopped using the jab, and Floyd is picking his shots again.
No, but De La Hoya is picking them off because they're one shot at a time.
Well, that's the way Floyd fights.
Floyd hasn't found a way to really penetrate Oscar with a solid punch. Oscar's blocked that all night long for the most part.
No, it's when he counters that he does best.
Given his youth, given his talent, that
the finish.
Mayweather looking for one more big counter shot. Oscar looking for one definitive rally down the stretch of the round. They both got in a clean punch at the end. Mayweather recognizes the danger of throwing 35 punches in a round with...
He's throwing punches, but he has not found a way to penetrate.
Big right hand over the top by Mayweather.
There's something, Emmanuel. How does a fighter get to be considered a great fighter if he throws basically one punch at a time?
The greatest. I've never considered him great. He's considered a pound for pound, but he's a good fighter.
Look, he's won all of his fights. From a competitive standpoint, that's hard to argue with.
Very talented fighter.
Another De La Hoya rally against the rope, throwing and throwing.
Hit Oscar. Oscar's defense is pretty good.
Box somewhat disagrees with us about accuracy. 35 in the last round. He's thrown more in this round. De La Hoya would fade toward the end of the fight. So perhaps Mayweather's mentality is...
Another flurry the entire round. I don't understand it. He's put him with clean, effective, hard punches. 6-3.
So that's one of the reasons for the 3-point margin on the Letterman card.
Fight.
And you know, we never know what the effect of the crowd may have.
De La Hoya has shown at this age and after his long stretch of inactivity. More accurate, sharper puncher through this point in the 10th round. Oscar looking for one of those chances to quick right hand counters of Floyd Mayweather.
Now he's playing in the Floyd's game, playing mind games.
More elusive now, making it harder for Oscar to find those opportunities.
Work out, fellas.
Mayweather dropping his hands as if to say, go ahead and lead, I'll counter you. 10 rounds finished, 2 rounds to go. And perhaps a harbinger of what Mayweather's been saying all along, that De La Hoya would fade down the stretch and he would begin to dominate him in the late round. But it was Vargas who was tiring that night. Big time. Right, De La Hoya not jabbing, leaving himself open for Mayweather's opportunities.
Oscar's getting tired.
Right hand lead that time by De La Hoya. Mayweather skipping away along the ropes, hammers Oscar with the right hand in the center of the ring. More and more apparent. Good body shot by De La Hoya.
And Mayweather doesn't punch hard enough to make a serious impact.
It didn't matter who Pernell Whitaker fought. He would pick him to win by unanimous decision. It was the logical choice. The logical choice was Mayweather by unanimous decision.
I guess he's abandoned landing that left hook, which Oscar seems to block every time he throws. So he's now concentrating on hitting Oscar with right hands.
Hard right hand by De La Hoya. His most effective punch in 3 rounds. It probably wasn't enough to put Mayweather in any jeopardy.
Work out, work out.
A 12th round knockout, if it were to happen, would be the first of De La Hoya's career. Big clean punches. And once again, Mayweather throwing more as De La Hoya seems to search for the opportunity for one big punch. The only chance for De La Hoya at this point, it would appear, would be to get another one of those big rallies against the ropes and somehow land a left hook. And we mentioned that a great defensive fighter like Mayweather,
In control of his body and everything else, and that may impress the judges.
just much faster hands.
This is an argument with fists, and the younger man.
But fighting Floyd Mayweather is a dose of cold reality. This flurry will warm the hearts of De La Hoya's millions of fans, but the judges are watching.
It's very likely that Cinco de Mayo.
Was it one last hurrah for a giant pot of money? Or will De La Hoya make good on his promise to keep on fighting even after this? And where does Mayweather go from this pinnacle after claiming that he's going to retire? They fight to the finish and please the crowd.
To the winner by split decision and new WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather.